What if I told you that the greatest barrier between you and your dream life isn't the world outside? It's the mountain you've been building inside yourself. Sounds wild, right? But stick with me, because today I'm going to show you exactly how to tear down that mountain and break free from the chains that have been holding you back. If you feel stuck, if you've ever wondered why you keep sabotaging your own success, I've got the solution for you. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because this journey is just getting started. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Meet James. James was like a lot of us, full of dreams, ambition, and that nagging feeling that he was meant for more. But for years, he felt stuck in a loop. Every time he set a goal, he'd hit a wall. Every time he tried to move forward, life seemed to pull him back. He'd work hard, hustle, but nothing ever felt like it was enough. It wasn't that James lacked potential, no. The problem was that he kept building an invisible mountain, one made of fear, self-doubt, and limiting beliefs. I know what you're thinking. This sounds a lot like me, and you're not wrong. James wasn't special in this regard, but everything changed when he picked up Brianna Wiest's The Mountain Is You. This book wasn't just another self-help guide. It was a wake-up call, a call to finally face the real obstacle, his own mind. Wiest's words hit James like a punch to the gut. She wasn't talking about external obstacles, things like bad luck, unhelpful people, or the economy. No, she was talking about the internal mountain we create through fear, procrastination, and self-sabotage. James had been trying to climb a mountain that didn't even exist outside of his mind, but when he realized that this was his doing, something shifted. Suddenly, James understood that if he could conquer the mountain inside, everything else would fall into place. And it wasn't just a motivational aha moment, it was a real game changer. So how did James start to dismantle that mountain? Here are the 6 key takeaways that completely transformed his life. Takeaway number 1. The mountain is you. I know this might sting a little, but it's true. The obstacles you face, they're often self-created. Think about it. All those times you procrastinated, doubted yourself, or overthought your decisions, those are the moments you built your mountain. You've been your own worst enemy. But once James realized this, he understood that the power to change was in his hands. He didn't need the world to change. He needed to change his mindset. This isn't about beating yourself up, it's about taking responsibility. No one is coming to remove your mountain. You have to do it. So ask yourself, what mountains are you creating in your life? Is it fear of failure? Lack of self-confidence? What can you do today to start knocking down those mental walls? Takeaway number 2, stop self-sabotaging. This is a big one, and James learned this the hard way. It's easy to blame external factors. Oh, I just haven't gotten the right opportunity. Or, things will get better when I have more time or money. But in reality, the biggest enemy you'll ever face is your own habits. Every time you procrastinate, doubt yourself, or let fear hold you back, you're creating another boulder for your mountain. It's called self-sabotage, and it's killing your progress. James realized that the cycle of procrastination wasn't laziness, it was rooted in fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of change. But here's the secret. You don't have to wait for fear to disappear to take action. You just have to act in spite of it. James did it, and so can you. Don't let fear decide what you're capable of. Remember, you're in control. Alright, I know what you're thinking. Okay, James, but what if I just want to take a nap instead of doing all this work? Look, we all love a good nap. I mean, who doesn't? But here's the deal. Naps are great for your health, but procrastination is like putting off a workout. Sure, it feels good in the moment, but it's going to hurt later. So next time you find yourself avoiding action, just ask, am I building a mountain or am I moving it? All right, enough jokes. Let's get back to it. Takeaway number 3, cultivate self-awareness and self-love. This was one of the hardest lessons for James to learn. For years, he'd been his own harshest critic. The constant self-criticism was like pouring gasoline on his fear. But when he stopped judging himself so harshly and started practicing self-compassion, everything changed. James learned that self-awareness wasn't just about knowing yourself, it was about loving yourself enough to do the hard work. Wiest talks about becoming aware of your thoughts, your emotions, and your patterns. When you understand why you feel the way you do, you can make better choices. Self-love isn't about arrogance. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and respect you give to others. How are you treating yourself today? Takeaway number 4, set boundaries. Listen, setting boundaries isn't about being selfish, it's about being smart. James learned that the more he said yes to everyone else's demands and needs, the more he was neglecting his own. Setting boundaries isn't just about saying no to people, it's about saying yes to your own personal growth. When you prioritize your time, energy, and well-being, you're giving yourself the space to climb your mountain. So what boundaries can you set today to protect your progress? Maybe it's saying no to distractions or toxic relationships. Maybe it's carving out time for your personal growth, even if it means saying no to other people. Remember, every time you say no to something that doesn't align with your goals, you're saying yes to a better version of yourself. Takeaway number 5, don't let fear control your life. James learned that fear wasn't something to avoid, it was something to move through. Every time he was afraid of making a decision, fear made him freeze. But when he learned that fear was a signal to keep going, it completely changed his perspective. Fear doesn't have to be a roadblock. It can be a clue that you're about to do something great. So here's the challenge. Next time you're afraid, don't run from it. Run toward it. Use fear as fuel to take action, to push beyond your limits and to climb higher. Fear is the sign that you're growing, not shrinking. And finally, takeaway number 6, start now. The best time to take action is always now. James spent so much time waiting for the perfect conditions that he missed countless opportunities. But when he started taking action, even when he didn't have all the answers, his life began to change. You don't have to have everything figured out before you start. Just start. That's how you break free from the mountain you've built. So what can you do today? Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now? Take that first step and keep moving. Trust me, you'll be amazed at how far you can go. James's journey wasn't easy, but he conquered his mountain, and so can you. The mountain inside you doesn't have to be a life sentence. You have the power to tear it down piece by piece, and I want to see you do it. So I'm giving you a challenge. Right now, commit to one thing you'll do today to start moving forward. Drop it in the comments below, and let's support each other. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe for more practical advice on how to level up your life. And remember, climbing that mountain is your journey. Keep going, and I'll see you at the top. You've got this. Keep climbing. I'm rooting for you every step of the way.